Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since I've recorded something. There's a couple of videos that have gone up just recently which were pre-recorded. I'll get into that, the reasons why for that in just a moment. But today I'm here to tell you about my helmet.
Let's go.
Yeah, so get those sexual innuendos out your head. Today we're going to talk about helmets. Now, I haven't talked about helmets on video before. It's not a topic that I thought was super interesting until a company got in touch and said, would you be interested in sending you some products? I said yes, of course, because we'll always do that and look at new airsoft products and existing airsoft products and things we haven't done on the channel before. So you'll see behind me in my office here, again, new office, new home, had to unearth and switch to where we live, and of course had to move the workshop too, so it was a massive endeavour. Everything's been a mess. Most things have been boxed up and, you know, sort of stored, so we're just getting through them. And I'd like to thank OneTigris because they sent me some bits and pieces over for review, and I did say that I was going through a move and just if they could be patient, and which they have done. So thank you to Diana at OneTigris for that. The first video I'm going to be doing about what they've sent me today is about helmets, and they've sent me a helmet from OneTigris, and as you'll see here, I've got a couple of different helmets here. Obviously, disregard the middle one because that's my bike helmet, but that's one of the original walk helmets. I was on the pre-orders when they first went live. Doesn't really ever get used, but it's a cool helmet, and you know, just about goes over my Swede. So the ones that I probably use most are this one here, which is just an off-the-shelf generic helmet with a multicam cover. When I bought this, it had the cover on there, and the whole reason I bought it is because the cover was fitted and I didn't have to do anything. It did have some super hard polystyrene inserts, so what I actually do is I take the soft inserts which came with my fast, I think, what do they call it, an airframe helmet or something. Bought one of those, it came with these soft inserts, and I basically switch those between the two helmets because they're a lot more comfortable than the hard ones that came with this one. As you'll see here, I put GoPros on there, I put night vision on there. But the main problem with these style of helmets, depending on which brand you go for, of course they're all different, is the weight. And if you're doing like a milsim or you know, a 48-hour event, having one of these on your helmet for that amount of time can obviously cause you massive amount of headaches and other bits and pieces. Whether you suffer from that or you don't, if you don't, happy days. I'm one of these people where if I've got a helmet on with some night vision or something, I get really bad migraines just due to the weight. I try and balance it out with a bit of weight in the back, but of course it's always an ongoing struggle. And these are just some cheap helmet mounts or hat mounts or whatever I found off Amazon. I think it was like 20 quid for 4. So this is like an airframe style where they've got the two-piece. This is a very good helmet too. The problem I had with this one is that this mount for the GoPro and the night vision is just so loose. I had to shove some 3M strips in there, just sort of pad it out a bit, and then when I get the mount on, I really force it on, and it just holds it there nice and rigid. Of course, it won't have any pads in here because I've got them in that one at the moment. But it's a pretty cool helmet. Same problem, it's quite heavy. The problem I have with this one to the other one is I've got nowhere to put counterweights at the moment. Obviously, I could get a cover for this, but if I need to run night vision or the GoPro, I'll just stick to the multicam one just because it's easier now. But I've always kept this just in case I want to do any black loadouts. That being said, when OneTigris got in touch with me, they wanted to send me some bits. I was very interested in the helmet they were going to send, and the helmet they've sent me is like a Mich 2000 style helmet. Looks so cool. The finish on this is absolutely beautiful. It's got your MVG mount for your cameras or your night vision. You've got the same rails on the side, so it's almost like a Mich that's been upgraded to sort of, I mean, I'm not a helmet expert, guys. You know, it's kind of a layman's term and review on these things. But, you know, you've got plenty of Velcro there to put your patches on. The texture on here is absolutely superb. Looks very cool, very realistic. It does have a little sticker on the inside basically saying no protection. Can we see that? Basically it says there's no ballistic protection or shockproof or anything like that. It is literally just designed to be a lid. Now this is really, really light. I would say it's probably half the weight, if not more, than those two helmets there. But that doesn't mean that it's bad quality. And having used helmets for a long time, it's a welcomed feature because, you know, it's going to reduce the amount of fatigue and stuff that you have on your head, stop you getting headaches and migraines. And it's got the NVG mount on the front. So if I take the camera mount off my multicam one there, the mount goes straight in, clips in, and there's no movement there whatsoever. It's nice and rigid. It's not flopping about like the fast helmet there, or the airframe. I can't remember what they're quite called. I'm going to look silly here. I've shaved my beard off, and I've always got one of them chubby faces where when you put a helmet on, it makes me look a bit strange. But I didn't have to change the pads round at all. You know, just put the strap on, shove it on your face, and then you could adjust the straps and stuff if you need to pull it down and adjust how it sits. But it almost feels like I'm wearing a piece of polystyrene on my head. There's no weight there. You're not restricted in your movements. I can move all the way around. I can go up and down. One of the problems I have with some helmets is when you're looking up. So not necessarily looking up going, oh, is it a bird, is it a plane, no, it's Superman. More so when you crouch down, trying to go through like bushes, trees, anything like that. You crouch down and you want to look up like that. One problem I have with a multicam helmet is it restricts my movement here, so I'm kind of always like tilting my head to try and look up. This doesn't have that issue. The pads are nice and soft. You can move them around inside because it's got those Velcro attachments there. So if you did want to sort of drop it down a little bit further, you could remove that and put a smaller one in there. Those come with it. It came to me in this little OneTigris bag here, and you get some spare screws and mounts, it looks like, just in case you need them. So they do these, I'm pretty sure they do these in different colours and styles from OneTigris. Obviously shoved a patch on there for me as well, so I can put all the patches on. You could use the rails here to fit your attachments, your masks, anything like that. So yeah, it's a really nice little product from OneTigris, and I don't normally get excited about things like this. I just buy them for the look, of course, or if I have, you know, a need for it to carry the camera or carry the night vision. But honestly, I will say, if they have another one of these in a multicam colour, or I can get some kind of cover to get it sort of put up as multicam as well, because obviously you go into a woodland environment, black kind of stands out. I think I will honestly pick up another one of these. OneTigris were kind enough to get in touch and send me this. This is not a paid review. I can give you my honest opinion. They haven't paid me to do this. They've just sent the product over to get my opinion and see what I think, get it on video for you guys. They've also sent me a bunch of links to the OneTigris shop on Amazon, which I'm going to shove down below. So if you do want to pick up one of these or one of the other products that they sell, there's 2 links down below where you can go straight to it, and it will take you straight to the link to buy straight from OneTigris, which is nice. You don't have to go through any UK distributors or anything like that. You could just go straight to them and have it delivered right to your door. They've also sent me a face mask, which I want to review sort of separately. But what I might quickly do on camera is show you, and I'll do a proper video on this mask as well. But they do them in all kinds of styles, and the reason why I was really intrigued about this is because one of the big problems I have with mesh masks is how harsh they can be on your face. But you've got these soft fabric panels here. It also gives the added ear protection there. So let's pop this on. Of course you'd be wearing eye pro as well, but I can pull that down on my face, and that has got to be, to date, the comfiest mesh mask that I've ever put on. But let's see if it interferes with the helmet. I can still get the strap under there on my chin. So yeah, if you want to wear face masks, or you got some chunky eye pro, it's not going to interfere with that at all. I've also, it's very actually pretty cool. It's quite sort of, you know, not sticking out there at all, but it's protecting my ears. One of the main problems I think we have here in the UK when it gets super cold, getting shot in the ear when you've got cold ears absolutely sucks. So I've got that protection there. All this is covered. All my face is covered. And then I'll obviously have my eye pro on there, protecting my eyesight too. With that strap on the chin and the face mask on, I don't feel like I can't talk. There's plenty of movement, but it does feel secure on the head. Again, full articulation in my neck and my head. Just getting the tag out the way there. So I'll do a full video on this as well, but I just wanted to show you that wearing face masks with this thing is absolutely fine. So I really like this helmet from OneTigris. I'm glad they sent it over, because you don't know unless you try this stuff, obviously. And I was just accepting of the fact that, you know, I'm going to have neck or head issues when I'm wearing helmets just because of the weight. This is pretty cool. It's got Velcro on the back there, so I can put like a little counterweight pouch if I want to. You've got the rails on the side. You've got the NVG mount on the front, or your camera mount. As well, when I want to run a camera, if I'm running a camera on the multicam helmet, I'll actually use the extended battery pack as the counterweight. So I can just shove a pouch on the back there and we're good to go. The texture's lovely. The lightweightness, the lightweight aspect to this helmet, let me get my words right, is probably the massive key feature of this helmet and why I love it. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the old airframe, and we've got a new cool helmet in the lineup. So hope you enjoyed this video. Just wanted to do I'll be doing a quick video on each one, obviously. I'll do the mask next, and they've also sent me a really cool little chest rig, which we'll be looking at that as well. Stay tuned to the channel. Loads of cool stuff coming up. I've got videos coming up MWS related. I've got videos coming up MP7 related, and I've also got an update video on my PP19. We're gonna brush that up and sort of give it a spruce up. It's looking not tired, but I think it just needs a few little components to get those issues sorted. So I'll take you along for that journey as well. We've got the TAC 41 video, which I'm getting close to releasing. This thing has been upgraded within an inch of its life to try and get it competitively running right. There's a lot of stuff I've done to it. Most of the internal workings have been messed about with. All the barrel and hop setup is, you know, non-original anymore. I've got the shortened barrel on there. I've also machined and threaded a Mark 23 suppressor from Silverback, so it's nice and short. I like the look of it, but we'll be looking at that soon. I'm waiting for a new scope to come, which is why that one's on there, so we'll have that video coming up as well, so stay tuned to the channel. Appreciate you guys' support over the years. We're within a gnat's hair's width of hitting the 40k, so if you haven't already, please subscribe. Plenty of cool new videos coming up. The move has just sort of unearthed it, and as well as the business just being super busy. I know that's an excuse I tell you all the time, but running a full-time business like that does get in the way sometimes, because you know, at the end of the day we want to make sure our customers are dealt with. But hit subscribe. Many of the people that watch the channel aren't subscribed at all anyway. I know I'm waffling on. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Have a good day, and always make sure your eyes, your face and your head are protected in your airsoft games. Thank you.
Let's go.